we are living in a post-OTA world in 49ers training camp. Today was the last day of 49ers.
Is it post OTAs?
Post non-mandatory OTA.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So I think the next segment's technically identified as mandatory minicamp, which starts up, I think it's June 10th. So they got 5 days off. The non-mandatory piece, you got Trent Williams coming back, all these things going on. Chase, What do I call myself? I'm the vibes doctor.
I don't know. You're a bunch of stuff. You're the vibes doctor. You're the stats guy.
I'm everything.
It seems like almost like a guide du jour. Like whatever it is of the day, that's what you are. So I can't even keep track of it right now.
Chase, what have I been saying? I mean, we had on our last show, we talk about that quote from George Kittle talking about this offseason just feels different. The vibes are at an all-time high. You got all this great news. You got Robert Saleh back in the building. You make insane changes along the defense, draft all these rookies. Yeah. Everything's on an all-time high. You got Trent Williams back, Christian McCaffrey. There's some reports he's looking good, some not. And then it all comes down to this. Brandon Aiyuk comes along, Mr. Gotta fuck it up. Chase, I don't know what the hell this guy's been on the past 2 weeks. I'm going to run through it with you, but this guy is borderline crashing out, as the kids say.
He's been on a run. He's been on a legendary run over the past couple days.
So let me just go start to finish, Chase, and then we could kind of get into this. But about a week ago, right? Julio Jones goes on his podcast, The Legacy Locker Room, with Harry Douglas as his co-host. Shout out Harry Douglas, if anyone remembers him. He's complaining about the Super Bowl, says, I only got 4 targets, which was crazy. The very next day, what does Brandon Aiyuk do? Post a picture of Julio Jones on his IG story. Mm-hmm. Maybe something, maybe nothing. The next day, post a picture of T.O. working out in his driveway. Chase, the iconic T.O. picture with his 8-pack doing sit-ups after he had a holdout. Andy Reid suspends him from Eagles minicamp, it was, when he was looking for a new contract after playing through a broken ankle in the Super Bowl, still put up 100 yards.
Also, I can't believe people forgot about that clip. That is such an all-time clip where the media is just there. He's got the neighbors. He's just doing sit-ups. It's like, what's going on right now? Crazy. I mean, crazy.
It was the most they had all the media there. The most non-impromptu prompted, just go get it type thing for T.O. Puts that together, right? Mm-hmm. Brandon Aiyuk posts it. Some are going to say what it could be, what it's not. Maybe it's some beef with him and Kyle Shanahan. That seems like 2, unsolicited shots at Kyle Shanahan. Guy hasn't done nothing. Next day, goes on his IG story after getting some heat for his post. Chase, I need you to decrypt this for me. He says, y'all crybaby ass divas be killing the vibes on IG. Shaking my head. It got to be an age limit on Hayden. If you're 30 years old or older, just post your kids and shut the fuck up. Which I do agree with that last part.
Yeah, I think he's been getting a lot of hate. When you think about it, you had all this stuff going on with the contract negotiation. He comes out of shape, looked like shit the first 5 games, tears his ACL, tears his MCL. So I think he's in a spot right now where he's just injured. He came off playing really shitty. He had some bad vibes with the Niner faithful, and I think he's just been getting hate. But Sage, this does not compare to if you ain't worth 100 or better in another city, I'm icy. You ain't got none tucked. Do you remember that, Gem, from earlier in the offseason?
I do remember this.
You're going to have historians looking back in 200 years trying to decrypt what that means, and they won't have a clue.
That was last year, right?
Yeah, so this one was hard to decrypt, but I don't think anything will beat that one.
I mean, and then he tops it off with everything, everything settles down. He tweets, they want to play cool now. Nah, fuck no. I still want that smoke.
Yeah.
What do you do? I don't understand this. It's non-professional. It's childish. Grow up, brother. Grow up. Okay. Your money. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say, Sage, because are we sure that he's taking shots at the Niners? Are we sure that he's taking shots at the Niners? This is what I'll say because I don't know either. I'm not for sure. So I'm not going to say, oh, he's not talking about the Niners or he's taking way too many shots. If he is, he's immediately on the Mount Rushmore diva wide receivers in NFL history. It's that bad. With the stuff that you had last year, you had reports in the middle of the year that he's still upset about the contract negotiation. It's like, yo, we paid you to be a top 8 wide receiver. You showed up looking like not even one of the best 3 wide receivers on the team. You get your ACL and your MCL torn. Nobody knows if you're going to come back and ever be the same guy that you were. But you still have that guaranteed money. And you're still being a diva? You're taking shots at Kyle Shanahan? You're taking shots at the 49ers?
Yeah.
You're immediately on the Mount Rushmore, but I don't know. I'm just saying if that is the case, loony bin. He's straight out of the loony bin.
Chase, even if it isn't the case, to go to your first point, like he had to have known, say in an off world where this has nothing to do with the 49ers. If you don't realize that the media and the fans are going to perceive it a certain way and think it's about the team that you play for, the team that you've been kind of bickering back and forth, you had the weird offseason even after you got paid, right? You're going at it with Shanahan, you wear the wrong shorts, the tweet that Chase mentioned, you post Jaden Daniels' film, all this bullshit. They're going to take it a certain way. And if you don't realize that or think it's going to go one way, then you're just clueless. You don't understand anything and you're not an adult. You're not someone who can be trusted with a $30 million contract per year. You're not like an Amon-Ra St. Brown, like one of these guys, bro. You want to release some steam, start a podcast for all I care. Go Cleats and Convos too, whatever you want to do.
I don't know. I was about to say, Sage.
Don't be doing this bullshit.
I don't think that we want a Brandon Aiyuk podcast. Like, please, Brandon Aiyuk, stick to tweeting. Do not podcast, please.
It's such good vibes and positivity, and you just come and ruin it. It's like, why are you the way that you are? Seriously, like, why did you have to come do this? And on top of that, your ass isn't playing. Like, you're sidelined in street clothes right now. I mean, I want to get into it a little bit too, Chase. Like, Stephon Diggs tore his ACL a week after him. He's back. Like, what's Brandon Aiyuk up to?
Yeah, but he's also on a boat sniffing on pink cocaine with a bunch of
allegedly.
No, not allegedly. We actually do have film of that, Sage. We have film of that. We have more film this year of Stephon Diggs partying with cocaine on a yacht than Brandon Aiyuk playing football. That's just a fact.
No, it is a fact. I mean, it's like Heisenberg, right? With the colored substances. I don't understand that one. But
Blue Magic?
Yeah, what was it? Is it the Blue Magic they called it?
It was Blue Magic, yeah.
But Chase, going back to that, it's like it's the talent versus tolerance thing, right? Like the thing with T.O. is he was healthy. He just put up 100 yards in the Super Bowl. He can do that. He's T.O. He's a top 3, top 5 wide receiver of all time. Like, what have you been? You've been improving, and then last offseason, it all comes to a halt. We deal with this bullshit. You just mentioned it, Chase. You could shake your head. He had a terrible start to the year, even before he tore his knee. He tears his knee, and then now it's been nothing but negativity and like bitterness from this guy. I don't understand where it started. I think he really doesn't like Kyle Shanahan. Truly, like if I had to guess, I think that there's something deeper there. But for now, it's just like, bro, be a professional. You got paid. Do your job.
Sage, the thing that I'm curious about, were you just defending that T.O. clip right there? If you were on the Eagles, that's PR nightmare if T.O.'s doing that. Talk about his contract. Let me defend T.O. No, but come on. I mean, you're saying, well, he played in the Super Bowl. He got 100 yards in the Super Bowl. That's like Antonio Brown walking out of the stadium level stuff. Like, you can't defend that. But what I will say about Brandon Aiyuk is I think he may just be taking shots at the people who are giving him hate online. I really think that's what it is, Sage. I personally don't see any direct connection to where he's taking a shot at the Niners. And like I said, if he is, he's straight out of the loony bin. So you brought up that maybe he doesn't have a good relationship with Shanahan. I think you're going one step too far. I think you're connecting the dots a little bit too much. No, I see it, man. I don't see it like that at all. I really don't. And you see that what Leonard Hankerson's saying on the side. He's saying that with all the rookie wide receivers that have been coming in, Brandon Aiyuk's not practicing, but he's almost like a coach there in the wide receiver room. He's been locked in on film, just trying to make sure that they're up to date as they're trying to get set up for, I guess, mini camp or training camp. So I think a lot of smoke, but there's actually no fire there, personally.
It's funny you mentioned that because I went back. So I think it was yesterday. Yeah, June 4th. They had the open interviews with the position coaches, and you just hear all this positivity. I went back. I wasn't aware of this till we talked earlier. I went back and listened to it. All they did was just prop up every guy. I mean, you have Chris Forster, right? Talking just like Jake Brendel's the key, the solution at center. Like, this guy's Jesus Christ in the flesh. So I'm going to take everything they say with a grain of salt. Like, I get it. I understand they want to prop up Aiyuk because anything and everything that's been coming out has been negativity. So they got to say something. They can't have the whole entire fan base turn. I mean, but I can't help but draw the parallel, right? Like to Debo, how much similarities there are. They come in, they're like the most loved athlete in the entire city. I won't say that about Aiyuk, but Debo goddamn was. Aiyuk, it was, did you ever do you even know what his voice sounds like? Like, he's the quiet guy, like isn't really like viewed as a leader, but just does his business, takes care of whatever he has to, shows up on Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays, whenever they're playing. Does his job. Now, this last year and a half, he's starting to rub fans the wrong way. I mean, it was Debo with complaining, saying, I didn't lose a step. I'm just not getting the ball. I'm coming into the offseason out of shape every year for 3 years in a row, still demanding that he has a key role in the offense. It came to fruition in that Rams game where they start force feeding him. The whole fan base turns sour on Debo. You see how it ends. Now with Aiyuk, you have last year, he gets injured. You don't know how it was going to go for the year. Whatever, throw it out. This year, he's going to miss 4 or 5 games. Come back, and if you don't show up, if you don't show the fans that you're 2 years now into this contract extension, and you're not there, they're going to turn on you quick. They're going to want you the hell out of town. I mean, the Niners could go back now. They trade your ass, but you're damaged goods for now.
Yeah. This is what I'll say. I'm hoping that this is just Brandon Aiyuk trying to hype himself up, trying to get back into shape. So, like you brought up, Sage, because I think that if he comes out and he balls out, no one's going to care. You're saying that he's fracturing his relationship with the 49er fan base. If he balls out in week 5 when he comes back, I think all is going to be forgiven. Sage, they need this guy. They need this guy. I think if anything, if you're a 49er fan or if you're a 49ers, I wouldn't be worried about what he's saying. Brandon Aiyuk looks like shit. Did you see the haircut? Did you see?
Oh my God.
He's got the beard going. It's like looking all messy. Twitter. It's almost like, okay, what did he have a haircut, shave, or workout once since he tore his ACL and his MCL? It didn't look like it. So I'm not really tripping on what he's saying. I'm tripping on like, bro, you look like shit. Get in the locker room. Get in the weight room. Run some routes. Like, you need to get into shape. Season's coming up.
He looked like the Dave Chappelle, the crack, the itching. I mean, just looks like he hasn't taken care of himself in years. When I saw the picture, my jaw dropped. Yeah. My jaw dropped. I was like, what the hell? It's almost like Jimmy Butler, but it was unironic. Like, how Jimmy Butler, like, he gets the piercing, shows up like goth one year.
Yeah, shows up like, goth for the pictures.
Like, when people look back on this season, like, that's the first thing they're gonna see. When they draft you to their fantasy teams, when they pull up your stats, like, that's the first thing they're gonna see. It looks like a mugshot. I don't know what to think. I don't know if the guy's just like trolling and he's deep in his bag and this guy's like a genius, like internet troll, and he just has one over the 49ers fan base. And this is all calculated. But if not, like, this guy's an ultimate diva. And like you said, he's in the loony bin. So I don't know what to think. The best thing is we'll get results or we won't.
Yeah, kind of what I was thinking too is, could you imagine being in a relationship with this guy? Like, imagine like being in a relationship. Yeah, you're in a fight and you're going to counsel and it's like, what's going on? Why can't you guys settle this debate? And she's like, well, he's just subtweeting me. He's literally just subtweeting me. Like, and he won't talk to me about what's going on. We're going on dates. He just dresses like shit, dresses in the wrong stuff. Like, I could just never get the right read on the guy. So I don't know. Yeah, it just kind of seems like there's a lot of drama coming from him, and I don't know what it's all about, but at the end of the day, I truly think that if he balls out, which with modern medicine, I think that you could recover from an MCL. I think you could recover from an ACL relatively quickly. I think within the year. So I'm just hoping that this is pride making Brandon Aiyuk take some shots at the haters and that he'll be ready to go. But I'm on watch. I'm on watch for sure if any more bullshit comes out.
Chase, the best part about sports is there's results that you could point to. There's stats. He'll get on the field. We'll see how much it's impacting his game, and we'll get to actually, measure it and see, is he worth the contract, whatever it is. Definitely has been the most polarizing figure in the Niners camp this month, I'd say. The second most polarizing. What?
Brock Purdy?
But there's no love-hate with him. I mean, there is. It's more so about the contract, where I feel like there's genuine hatred out there for Aiyuk, where people want him off the team.
I will say this. If you have genuine hatred for Brandon Aiyuk, you're a little crazy. You're a little crazy.
Why?
Like, there's been rumblings, but I don't think there's ever been something where, like, he openly has said anything. Like Debo Samuel.
He did request a trade last year.
Yeah, but he requested a trade, and then they set him up for 4 trades, and he rejected all of them. So it was almost like a power play on his end. I don't think he ever wanted to leave the 49ers, but like I said, I'm on watch. If Brandon Aiyuk keeps this up for the next couple months and starts making a little bit more outrageous claims, then we'll get there, but I'm not ready to get there just yet.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I got to see it. I got him. Maybe he's just in a bad cloud. Who knows what happened to him? I guess, he'll get out there and we'll see it. Either he's going to produce or he's not. And we'll see how the fan base responds to it. I mean, he's in hot water, and I feel like he's put himself 2 steps back where he's got to earn that trust back. Maybe not with you, but a portion of the fan base.